Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Mortal Kombat X. Got some good games here today. As you can probably see, we have kind of a shorter episode for today. Honestly, the only reason why is because I haven't been getting that many good games recently, but I thought that these few were kind of highlights, so I decided to make a video. Now this guy was good. He's playing Displacer Raiden, which is really the one that you see. Well, you still see that one kind of often. You never see Master of Storms, but Displacer is definitely kind of interesting. He has the teleport, and of course I'm playing as Shinnok, which is a pretty good matchup. We both have teleports and everything, and you'll see how this goes. I got the first hit. I find Raiden very difficult to fight against. This guy wasn't going for the corner combos as much as some of the other Raiden players, but still. So yeah, this is my thing with Shinnok. He doesn't probably know that you can block after that, and you can't really hit me, or I can't really hit him. As you can see, this guy is pretty good. I need to look into Raiden. He seems fun. I've never really used him because the Thunder Gun playstyle doesn't really appeal to me, but I don't know about Master of Storms and Displacer. Yeah, he can definitely do some crazy combos, and I completely fucked up my health sparks there. But I got him with the uppercut, just barely. You'll see that these games are gonna be extremely close. But it's good because at least he's a Raiden that's doing something different. I mean, most of them, you know, tend to get you in the corner and just like fucking destroy you there. I guess that's easier to do with Thunder God. He's using the armored moves really well here against me. Unfortunately, Shinnok doesn't really have any armored moves besides the charge he does. I should have gone Hellsparks there, but whatever. The thing you also have to learn with the Imposter Shinnok is how to get rid of your moves, because some of the moves you steal from enemies are pretty good. Like, you get Raiden's charge, you can also get like Quan Chi's trance and everything. Those are pretty good. But some of them, like, you know, getting Kotal Khan's air grab, completely useless. So that's also part of Shinnok's gameplay, you know, like learning how to get rid of the useless special moves. So I got him. I decided not to fatality him. Recently I've been like not doing fatalities that often. First of all, because each character only has two. You know, after playing like over 1,000 matches, it gets boring sometimes. So I try to do brutalities as often as I can, but that doesn't always work. But you know, I try to like change it up. Sometimes I'll do a fatality, sometimes not. But most of the time recently I've been not doing them. Especially with Shinnok, who's my main. I've been playing him for a long time. So yeah. He got the first hit there. Yeah, this, like I said, he's using those armored moves very well. I screwed up there. That's actually pretty safe, that move, surprisingly. That is an awesome thing. I don't even know if that's like a combo or a special move. Like I said, aside from the story, I've never used Raiden. But damn, that pressure though. Gotta use that meter. That's the one thing I don't like about Shinnok, is that he's so meter dependent. What I should have done is uppercut there. Not uppercut, what am I saying? Neutral jump punch. You can extend the combo pretty well with that. So yeah, I got him on the first round, but it was close. This is the type of player I like fighting against. You know, like no gimmicks, no bullshit. Just like a good player. Unfortunately, oh shit, here we go. Yeah, I got out of that, but just barely. You really don't want to be in the corner against Raiden. And he's using those teleports pretty well. I know you can punish those, but I don't always know how to. That's how I get out of the corner with Raiden, with Shinnok. Use that EX slide. Unfortunately, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work because it only has one hit of armor. Yeah, here I knew I was screwed, which is It's kind of stupid of me to use up that meter, but again, like that is such a stupid move. I shouldn't have done that. Because then you just waste meter, which you can use for the final round. I don't know why. Why didn't I teleport? God, looking back at this, I'm such an idiot. And I almost screwed myself. This is why you don't want to use meter. Like, he could have really gotten me in that corner, but I think he screwed it up there. He always, that's what something I've noticed. He always wakes up with the, or whenever I get up, he always uses that projectile. Barely got him. Yeah, Shinnok, the health sparks. People don't really use the that version of the EX health sparks, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, GG, he got me. Honestly, I don't know why people people never use the second fatality for Raiden. I've only seen it like once or twice. Although on the other hand, you don't really see that many Raidens as a whole online, which is weird because he's such a strong character. I don't know. I don't know why people don't use Raiden. But GG there, that was very good. Unfortunately, oh no, no, he didn't want a rematch. I remember. So yeah, let's get on to the next game. This guy was very new. He only played like 2 matches, which I mean, I found it weird that he accepted my challenge. That's why I decided to go with Ferrator, who is not a character I play often. Kind of just mess around with Ferrator sometimes. So I had a pretty good hope that this guy wasn't like anything amazing. Again, I don't know, like sometimes new people accept my challenges when they have like a 0% win chance, and I don't know why. I mean, whatever floats their boat, it's a free win for me most of the times. Anyways, Ferrator, I'm using the Lackey version, which is arguably the shittest. Just like no projectiles. He's very strong though. You'll see in a second. But this is the only time I would ever use Lackey Ferrator. So yeah, that is a really interesting move. It has armor on it by default. Like you don't even have to EX it to get an armor on it, but Ferrator I think is really fun. This version is just like straight up strength, like Doomsday from Injustice or something. You can see how powerful he is. Yeah, it has like a hit of armor at the start, and his jabs are very good. Yeah, Ferrator, pretty awesome, but definitely Vicious is the best version of this character. But you know, I use this sometimes for fun. I also use Ruthless sometimes, which is actually, I think, a lot better than people think it is. But I'll show some gameplay with Ruthless later on, when I get some. I always fucking miss that like an idiot. Yeah, I don't know why he accepted my challenge. And this is why I saved this piece of gameplay. That brutality though. I don't know if that brutality only exists on this version of this character, but I've only ever been able to do it with this version of Ferrator. So honestly, I don't know. But yeah, Ferrator is fun to play with. Not, you know, like my main character or by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, sometimes I'll pick them up for a bit of fun. No one uses them online, which is, I think, such a shame because they're one of the few like really unique characters. Not only in terms of looks and design, but gameplay too. Alright, here we go. Next set of matches. This guy is pretty decent, you'll see. I think he plays... I'm sorry, yawning. Yeah, he's playing Sub-Zero. Going with Shinnok, because whenever I get up against a good player, I always go to Shinnok. He's playing... Yeah, I think he plays Grandmaster, which actually I think is a pretty bad matchup here. I think Grandmaster isn't really good against anyone who has a teleport, especially one that teleports behind them. Like, I had a match that I didn't end up saving a few days ago where I beat like this Grandmaster Sub-Zero like I think like 5-0 because he kept doing the fucking ice clone and I kept teleporting behind him, and this poor guy, he just didn't realize that that tactic is not working. But as you'll see, this guy is very good. He knows how to adapt. Like, he's trying to use the clone at the start, but you know, once he realizes that it doesn't work, he changes his tactics up, which is actually very important in this game. I mean, you gotta learn how to adapt to a bad matchup. See, I can just go behind him, and that was very clever. And this guy, you'll see, he always gets out of my throws. Oh, here I forgot that I still had the absorb move. I should have gotten rid of it. This is one of the moves that's kind of difficult to get rid of because it's so slow. But yeah, Shinnok is very difficult to fight against. Like, getting in is a huge challenge because of those hell sparks. God damn, I'm yawning so much. I don't know what's going on. I just got back from a pretty big walk with my dog. I'm tired. It's like really shitty outside, the weather. The weather's been pretty much shit for the entirety of June by now. Well, what can you do? They kept screwing up my combos here. And this is something I have a lot of trouble against. People who fight like this, when they jump over you and punch, just really have a hard time countering that. He's starting to get my teleports too. Gotta use those jabs. But yeah, honestly, if I was this guy, I probably would have switched to Cryomancer after a while. But still, I got him on the first round. Well, is that a spoiler? Am I giving away that I'm gonna lose? Well, I guess I spoiled it. I'm gonna lose. Such an awesome character Shinnok is. And you know, I normally like don't like to play with the, I guess like quote-unquote evil characters. But Shinnok, he's just so much fun. And he's been the character I played since the beginning of this game, so yeah, he's always gonna be my main. I'm glad they made him like really powerful, because I think a lot of people are sleeping on Shinnok. No one uses him even now that he's pretty powerful, especially this imposter variant. Like, I constantly get good people with my Shinnok. And that's like not bragging or anything, he's just really difficult to fight against with most characters. Most characters have trouble against him. Plus his lines are awesome. Yeah, this is what I have a lot of trouble against, with people who jump like this constantly. And this guy figures it out pretty quickly that's my weakness. Don't know why I even kept teleporting anymore, because he's blocking against that shit. Almost got hit by that. Sometimes my moves don't come out. You know, that's because of like lag, input delay, whatever. Whatever, it's just part of the game. You gotta get used to it. Yeah, see, he's using those jabs very well. Like interrupting everything I do. And the X-ray. Sub-Zero's X-ray is really interesting because it's a counter and an attack at the same time, so it's pretty good. One of the few characters I think that's worth using the X-ray on. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't use the slide, which is what I should have done. That's why he got me. Yeah, that was a complete screw up on my part. I could have gotten him there easily. But yeah, it's rare to see good Sub-Zeros online. You know, you have those people that like ice clone and then spam the projectile from behind. And then you have people like this who actually know how to play Sub-Zero. He is an interesting character. I like him a lot more than Scorpion, honestly. Scorpion is just like so cheap in my opinion. And I know people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I still think that's true, that Scorpion is incredibly overpowered. Especially Inferno. The other two are fine, Ninjutsu and Hellfire. Well, Hellfire is very powerful, but it actually takes skill to use. Inferno is just bullshit in my opinion. And I know Grandmaster Sub-Zero, a lot of people hate him, because he's like a really bad matchup against... yeah, he got me. He's a really bad matchup against any character that is very offensive. Like I know Sonya Blade has a lot of trouble against Sub-Zero. I decided to switch characters because I figured that he figured out my pattern with Shinnok. And that's when I usually switch. Decided to go for Ferritor, but Vicious this time. No way I'm using Lackey against Sub-Zero. And he switched too to Ermac, which I was like, oh shit, here we go. Because Ermac players are either complete shit or very good. And since this guy was very good with Sub-Zero, I thought he would be very good with Ermac. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Like there seems to be no middle ground with Ermac. Like with a lot of characters, there's like a middle ground. But Ermac, you either have a good player or just like not a good player. And this guy was pretty good. Ferritor, I always start out with the neutral jump punch. Yeah, as you can see, he knows the combo. Unfortunately for him, I can outrange him with my pokes. Like Ferritor is ridiculous in that way. And they're pretty safe too, surprisingly. Like you wouldn't expect a huge character like this to be safe. Yeah, I went for the X-Ray. You know, I was talking about X-Rays. Again, Ferritor is one of those characters that's worth going for with the X-Ray, because most of his moves can't actually be EX'd. It's only the charge in this variation that actually has an EX variation. He could have gotten me, I think, if he used the X-Ray. I'm trying to grab him a lot, but that's not working out. I should have jumped there, now that I think about it. And this is such a good wake up. The boss toss ability gets a lot of people. But yeah, I have like a lot of trouble fighting against Ermac, mainly because of that low kick everyone does. Got me in the corner. See, this is one of the few moves you can EX with Ferritor, and it's good for getting out of the corner. Yeah, Master of Souls Ermac was so powerful. He was too late on the second part of that move. He was able to escape. As you can see, he's doing pretty well. And I chipped him out. I decided to go for the fatality because you don't see really Ferritor's fatalities that often. But yeah, as we wrap up this episode, I want to thank you guys very much for watching this episode of Mortal Kombat X Online. Again, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And I'll see all of you next time. We still have about 10 seconds to go. But yeah, I'll see you later. Goodbye.